Hello, so this video is going to show you how I made the other type of escape room, the one that uses more of the 3D pictures. And so what I've done here is I've just started a new metaverse experience. I'm going to call this example escape room number 2. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through the steps. I'm not actually going to make one, but just kind of show you how I would have made one like this type of escape room. So in this box, just like last time, you're going to put your scenario. So I'm just going to type the same thing, like you're locked in at the school. You have to find a way, to escape. And so here's where you might choose your picture. And so for this one, I might look for a shocked face. Maybe they have, if I could spell it right, a shocked face, like an emoji or something like that. That could work. Yep, I like that one. That's your expression of a student who's been locked into school. And so we are going to, like, we've got our description, we've got our picture, and so we're going to come down here. And my button down here may say something like, find first clue. And this button needs to take us somewhere. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to add a character scene right here. And in this character scene bubble, I'm going to say something like, you must answer the question correctly to explore and we're going to say the media center. And then I'm going to type my question like, what is Nick's last name in the Great Gatsby? And so down here, I'm going to have like a multiple choice. And so I'm going to add 4 buttons, and I'm adding buttons by clicking this little see-through kind of rectangle here. And I don't like how this covers up part of my picture. So I'm going to click over here in this blue area, and I'm going to change my button style to a 2x2 grid instead so that it doesn't cover up my face. And so I'm going to put answer choices for each of these. So the first one is going to be Gatsby, because that's a last name. The next one is going to be Buchanan, because that's another last name in the Great Gatsby. And then we have Baker, who refers to Jordan Baker. And then lastly, the correct name is Caraway. And so, oops, I forgot to link my button. So I'm going to link my first clue button by clicking this button over here to my next scene, so that when they click this button, it's going to take them here. They'll get this message and then they'll have to answer the question correctly. So we need a scene that tells them that they got the answer wrong. So I'm going to click add new, add character scene, and I'm going to move this down below because all it's going to do is link them back to the question. So I'm going to say wrong answer, try again. So if I scroll down here, my button is going to say try again. My button needs to take us back to the question. And all of my wrong answers need to take us to this scene. So Gatsby's a wrong answer. I'm going to transition to this scene. Buchanan is a wrong answer. I'm going to transition to this scene. And Baker is a wrong answer. So it's going to transition down here. So now you can see these 3 lines kind of coming behind here to connect right here. You get it wrong, you hit the button, and you try again until you get it right. Now, we said that they were going to get to explore the media center if they get the question right. So I need to add a 360 picture. So I'm going to scroll down here. And I'm going to choose a 360 photo, and it's going to pop up and it's going to be all black, but it has that white bar across the top that kind of tells you what it is. Okay, so I'm going to link my correct answer to my media center picture. And so if I click this picture or this scene, I can search from available pictures. So like if I say that I want you to find Waldo and describe where he is or something like that, I could use this one. Or I could upload one, which is what I would do in this case. So I would click choose a file, I would choose my file, and it would be uploaded. And so let's say that in the media center, I've gone to the media center and I've used my smartphone to take a 360 video. I have hidden a clue somewhere in the picture so that when they go to the next scene, they're going to be able to identify that clue or explain what that clue was. So let's say that I took a picture of the media center and I made sure that there was a code somewhere in the picture. And let's say the code was the number 12. So I'm going to add a scene and I'm going to ask them to put text in. And so I'm going to link my media center tile to my text scene. And I'm going to ask them, what is the code? I'm going to leave it really vague because I want this to be kind of hard, right? Now over here, we're going to have it connect to a check text box. So I'm going to come over here to blocks and I'm going to choose text. I'm going to scroll down a little bit to the check text response, click that to use it, and we get this little blue blue box. And so this is one of your logic elements. Like these are the visual elements, and then this is a logic element because it like does something. If you don't know how to use any of these elements, most of them have tutorials, so that's kind of nice over here on this right hand side. But anyway, we were going to connect this scene, maybe connect it to this blue box. Now for the blue box, check text response, I want it to check for the number 12 because I'm going to say that that is the correct answer. That's a code. We're going to need a wrong answer response and a right answer response. So I'm going to come back up here to create new. I'm going to choose character scene. I'm going to move it down so that it's the wrong answer that's going to lead us back to actually the media center so they can look for it. So I'm going to put wrong answer, try again. My button down here is going to also say try again. And my button is going to link us back up to the media center so they can look at the picture again to find the right answer. So to make it the wrong answer go down to the bottom, I need to click my check text response. I'm going to scroll down over here. I'm going to say that the on response does not contain, so it does not contain the right answer. And I'm going to click this transition and I'm going to send it down here. So now that we have this here, if you're doing a code that is like a word and you want it to be case sensitive, you can click this button and make it case sensitive. But since I'm doing a number, it doesn't really apply here. And so since they got the question, or if they get the question right, we need somewhere for them to go. So I'm going to add a new character scene and I'm going to say, that's right. Answer the next question to explore the cafeteria or wherever you want them to explore next. And so again, we're going to click on the text response button. We're going to scroll down to if it does contain, we're going to click the transition and we're going to make it go here. So now we can see that this one tile has two different lines going from place to place. This is kind of the pattern. So obviously you would put your next question here, you'd put your options here, and then you'd keep going. And so I'm not going to continue because it's the same basic pattern. You have a question, you have answer choices, or you can make it a text response. You have a wrong answer tile so that if they get the question wrong, they can go back and try it again. If they get it right, they're going to be able to look at the 360 picture. You're going to need to ask them what the clue was or how to use the clue. You can get as complicated with this as you want to. And then you're going to check their response to make sure that it's right. I don't suggest you have buttons for this one. I suggest that you have them type out the code. Otherwise, they're just going to guess it until they get the right answer. And so if they get the answer right, they're going to come over here and they're going to get to continue playing the game. If they're wrong, they're going to come down here and have to go back and explore that again.